Good afternoon. This is Kyle Anderson. I'm a consultant with SEH. You are attending the Grand Avenue Reconstruction meeting. It is a public meeting. This is for the grant kickoff for the Grand Avenue project in St. Paul. On the agenda this afternoon, we have short introductions, project and design overview, construction updates and schedule, construction impacts and detours, business access and coordination needs, coordination with McAllister and other area projects. As I said, this is a collaborative agreement between Short Elliott Henderson, SCH. I'm the project manager, Kyle Anderson. We're under new project management for this project. The inspector on the project would be Sarah Weiner. She's a consultant with SCH also. And assisting, obviously, is the city engineer, Steve Dodge, with the city of St. Paul. The construction will be along the full corridor, and the work will include 2025 work all the way from Fairview to Snelling on Grand Avenue. Um, the Snelling Avenue and Grand Avenue work at that intersection is at the far eastern portion of our site. It'll be taking place likely in the fall time area, and that project is independent of this project, so it is not part of our project, is what we're getting at. So there is coordination needs in other area projects, and there is some delays that may happen in the area during construction. It's going to be a lot of work going on this summer. Project overview, the infrastructure and safety improvements for everyone on Grand Avenue between Fairview and Snelling. The reason for the project is it's an aging infrastructure. It has a lot of pedestrian and accessibility improvements we'll be handling during the project. We want to upgrade and modernize the storm sewer, water, and all the other utilities that go along the area. There'll be sidewalk and landscape improvements in the area, signal improvements on Fairview, and we want to balance the corridor for all the users in the area. This is a general overview of the project. From the west, you can see the intersection of Fairview, and all the way to the east, you can see the intersection of Snelling Avenue on Grand. This will be a complete reconstruct consisting of curb, bituminous pavements, gutter, sidewalk, signage, trees, green areas, storm sewer, water. All these components will be reconstructed on this project, providing a great improvement to the area in the long run here. As I said, Grand Avenue will be fully reconstructed. Our attempt is one construction season. It will begin around mid-April. Everything has to go right in this project in regards to phasing for this to concur. As you can see, there are phases to the project. On the western side in the green area, we have the Section 1, and that will happen between April to late November. And then Section 2 in the orangish color will happen in mid-May through August. These areas will conclude in the green from Fairview to Cambridge and then from Cambridge to Snelling. There is an overlap with these phases. The last portion of the project will happen in the Cambridge area, that intersection, and that intersection will be tied together from the east and western half of the project. Um, The anticipated through traffic detour for the project from the Grand going from the west to the east and the east to the west is approximately the same. They will be going to Fairview Avenue. They'll be detoured to the north to Summit, and then from Summit back down to hit Snelling, and then to southbound, and then again eastbound on Grand Avenue. This is their intended access route in regards to going through the area for traffic. You can see the section closed area dates on here. Section 1 is closed from April to November, and Section 2 is closed from mid-May through August. The detour will be from Fairview, though. We will not try to move the detour back and forth. Now, recently we have been identified that Summit Avenue is not a truck route, and that truck route will likely be detoured on St. Clair to the south, approximately a few blocks. That would be because we cannot put trucks on some based on the traffic loading at this point in time. So that's what we're looking for and for traffic mobility in the area. Access during construction for peoples and other, going in and out of Grand Avenue. As I said, Grand Avenue is closed to traffic. It is not closed for basically pedestrian traffic, though we want to keep the businesses open. Access to the business and properties will be maintained throughout construction, but alternative access points and detours may be used. The sidewalks will remain open on one side of the project throughout construction. The contractor intends to perform a removal of the sidewalk on the north side of Grand Avenue. And at that point in time, they'll have to keep the entire south side open all the way from Fairview to Snelling. We will not be closing the sidewalk in that area. There will be point access at that point in time on the north side to businesses. They have to create a PAR, which stands for pedestrian access route. They have to maintain that for businesses and other peoples associated on the north side of the road. Um, the intersections will remain open to traffic, north-south traffic on Grand Avenue. East-west, as I said, Grand is closed. So these areas on the north-south sections will be open during traffic. We may close one of these north-south sections during construction, though. We have utilities that transpose the area, and we have to make sure that the contractor can perform their work. As I said, deliveries should always use alleys and side streets if appropriate. Those are the main thoroughfares that we want these people to use to deliver to businesses and such. So that is our intent at this point in time. It's open discussion. Um, Now, with Metro Transit routes, they will not be going through Grand Avenue. They will be detoured. Their detour route is up to Summit at this point in time and then back to Snelling. And as you can see, Metro Transit has rider alerts. This will be updated on a weekly basis. So we will not be missing rider bus shares and things of that nature. They're invited to our weekly meetings. Metro Transit is fully aware of what's going on in this project. So, as I said, there is no parking on Grand Avenue during construction. Businesses can direct their customers to the nearest side streets for parking. There's additional 2-hour parking spaces, a block to the north and a block to the south of Grand Avenue, meaning Wheeler, Cambridge, and McAllister streets will have 2-hour parking restrictions. And this will take place all the way from Summit down to Lincoln. Uh, any existing side street parking restrictions that are there currently, like 30-minute parking or basically electronic parking for electric vehicles, those will remain in place. Those will not be changed at this point in time. Uh, the side streets restrictions will be enforced and may be adjusted as needed. As this is an open discussion, we're looking for your input. This is our intent at this point in time. We've had previous meetings, and this seems to be the best alternative. We will say there's going to be no patios on sidewalks during the construction season. They hinder, obviously, construction activities when there's replacements of water and also sanitary sewer connections if they're going to be improved. Um, we we want to make sure that the contractor can do his job in a timely manner. Uh, Temporary water and other utility replacements will be happening on this corridor, and there are going to be temporary supply lines running up and down the sidewalk area or the curb line area. It depends on where the contractor would like to put them. These lines will be 3 to 4 inch plastic, and they'll be basically going to the feeds for the buildings. Now, these typically don't require a shutdown in most situations, going to service the buildings, whether it's residential or commercial. But we will work with the owners of these facilities to make sure that it's done in a timely manner and they're not out of service for duration of time. Um, so properties may have limited impacts to services and building access during sewer and water service replacement, like I indicated. The sewer replacement, if there is a disconnection, a dysfunction on that area, we can take that and they can work with it live typically if it's not a large problem. No parking on Grand. We want to make that very clear here. Parking is available on these side streets. Access to private parking lots and side streets will be maintained, and parking lots with access only from Grand Avenue will have some closures. I do understand there are some areas in this section that only have access on Grand. I will be working with these peoples to help them in the future to figure out a game plan to try to keep some of these areas open if we can for deliveries and for basic customer needs, especially right off of Fairview. The existing McAllister calls lot north of Grand Avenue and McAllister will be unavailable due to McAllister construction work starting on their new building. That that building area and on the northwest corner there will be under construction during our construction for the roadway section, and there's obviously going to be a lot of congestion in the area. We will need everyone's help with that. As I said, there's temporary 2-hour parking restrictions, one block to the north and one block to the south of Grand Avenue during construction. Those timelines are going to be from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. During the work weeks and the weekends. These will not change. Uh, as I said, it's going to be Wheeler Street, Cambridge, and McAllister Street. No restrictions will be changed, and there is going to be increased in enforcement at that point in time. So other projects in the area. Uh, what we're looking at here, we have Tumble Fresh to the west off Wheeler. This is going to be happening, reconstructed that building and that property at this point in time during our construction. I talked with them recently. It's probably going to be around July when they're going to be open for business. At this point in time, they're in the construction process. Hidden River Construction Middle School, that is being constructed at this point in time. The original thought is it was going to be completed around basically midsummer. We're really thinking now that's going to be towards the end of the year, probably a January timeline of when that construction is going to be happening. McAllister construction is going to be very active this year. As you can see on McAllister Street, the northwest corner and the southwest corner, they're going to be raising those buildings at some point in time here during the summer, and they're going to be performing construction. So on the northwest corner, they're going to be performing and putting in new dormitories. In the southwest corner, they're going to be adding a bituminous parking lot. Going towards the Snelling and Grand Avenue intersection, we have Grand Avenue, and there's going to be an intersection project, which is not part of our project for Grand Avenue, but it is for a MnDOT project that's going to be performing some curb and gutter, some pedestrian landing, and signalized intersection improvements. Also, we have a St. Clair intersection project in the spring of 2025 starting in conjunction with our project. That one is going to be starting and being proceeding throughout the summer months also, along with ours. So we have quite a few community events and other projects happening in this area, in McAllister mostly. As you can see, on May 17th, McAllister has a commencement. In spring, as I indicated, MnDOT St. Clair intersection will happen. June 1st, Grand Old Days, including parade and 5K run, will be in the area. On June 5th through the 8th, McAllister has an alumni reunion. On the 19th, we have a Scottish Fair at McAllister. August 13th, 18th, 25th, 30th, and 31st. We have the move-in dates for the new students, returning students, football, a lot of things going on in the August timeline. That's why our project has to be done in that area to supersede any issues that we'd have there. Um, Summer, as I said, Hidden River Middle School construction is probably going to get pushed to the end of the year. In September, 2 McAllister classes start. We need to get our project construction in that area definitely done by that time before school starts. Uh, So on the northwest corner of McAllister and Grand Avenue, we're going to be coordinating with McAllister during the construction of these buildings. We understand that there is an excavation refill project going to happen so they can remove and replace soils for building needs. There's going to be 3 dormitories replaced in this section. And obviously there's going to be a brand new facade in the boulevard for students to walk up and down your sidewalk area. There'll be basically temporary improvements during that time. We'll have final sidewalk and landscape will be done on McAllister's new residence hall and welcome center is completed. One welcome center is completed. Once again, this is all happening during our construction process on Grand Avenue. So this concludes my presentation for the St. Paul Public Works project on Grand Avenue. As you can see, there is a phone number there, 651-266-6100 extension 9. And you can email them also at publicworksinfo@cistpaul.mn.us. For more information and to sign up for updates, visit the project website at stpaul.gov/Grand Avenue, and there's a QR code to scan into your phone there and sign up if you'd like. Thank you very much and enjoy your day.